Forever chemicals in sport drinks. Oh my God, have you seen the news? I have so many people talking to me about Prime energy drinks. It's like people are wondering, how did Forever Chemicals get into the energy drink? And so this video is going to talk specifically about that. It's going to talk about how what our passion is impacting your health and your pocketbook. But mainly today we're going to talk about how we can impact your health. So when people learn about this nasty compound being in the water supply, everyone's asking me, what is this? How does it get in the water? How does it get into a sports energy drink? How did it get everywhere? And well, what we'll do is we're going to start talking about it right now. Right now, I can tell you, let's bring awareness of this if you haven't seen it. Prime energy drink was accused of having such toxic levels of forever chemicals in their water that it is I believe something like 2 times the level that the government has now set for a human being to consume in their lifetime. In their lifetime. And it's in one energy drink. Now, again, this is a lawsuit that cites independent studies on it. So we have to wait to see if that's true and plays out. But the reality is that it has gained national attention. It's gained huge attention on social media. And so I want to be able to address it because people don't understand what PFOAs are. And so as an expert in water and a person who understands this and has been seeing this for a long time, I'm going to talk specifically about this so that you can understand what are PFOAs, PFASs, and what you can do in order to take care of your family. So first of all, that I want to just highlight, a lot of videos I've seen are talking about Prime as a class of all the products. But in the lawsuit does highlight grape, the sports drink grape. It didn't say there are other flavors, so I just want to highlight that the lawsuit is about grape. And it is an unbelievable amount of forever chemicals being found in that. So I wanted to make sure that we understand what it is. And by the way, they also are alleging in this lawsuit that the allowable level, or what they state on the side of their can, is 120 milligrams of caffeine, yet it's way over 180. And by the way, if you think about their social media and look at their advertising, they're advertising to children, to kids. It's not to an adult, it's really to kids, right? We know they consume these things by the boatload, right? So they're really advertising to children. And here they are advertising a chemical compound with caffeine at an unbelievably high level, which, riddle me why they would do that when we know there's lawsuits against a Panera Bread, which had extremely high levels of caffeine in their drink, and it killed a young girl. You would think that the last thing you want to do is have your product kill someone by overstimulating their body, which, by the way, the article or the lawsuit and the research I just recently did on just the caffeine level, that there is no standard for children under 12. The government basically thinks that under 12 children shouldn't even drink this, yet here's energy drinks being marketed to them. So if anything, I hope that this article or this video is like a wake-up call to mom and dad. Like, you have children. Your duty, your responsibility, your obligation is to those children. And under 12, there's no studies on that. So if they are drinking and they're under 12, stop. Eliminate it. I don't care how bad the kid cries. You're the parent. End it now. Now, when they get over 12 years old, we know that it's still not a great thing. Hell, it's not even all that great for you and me. Certainly, I don't want 180 milligrams of caffeine in my body. So let's talk about that. The next level of this is I want to explain what are PFOAs and PFASs. So what they are is they're called forever chemicals. And why are they called forever chemicals? Because they don't break down in society or in the environment. The environment doesn't break them down. That's why it's forever. It's such a toxic compound that it won't break down. Now that's a scary thing, because that means it lasts forever. Now, years ago when 3M came out with water repellent and stain repellent spray, they sold it in the can and you could spray it, and guess what you're doing? You're basically inhaling it. You could spray clothing that didn't have it and you can make it water repellent. What a great thing. And these companies like 3M, and by the way, DuPont, who made Teflon, right? Teflon, you want to cook without things sticking, so Teflon was it. There was such a tight chain that when they manufacture this chemical, that things don't attach to it. They repel until you need to get rid of it, or until the manufacturer has to clean their vats. What are they going to do with it? They put it down the drain. Where does that drain go? To a sewage system. The sewage system doesn't magically just disappear. Many cities treat that water and reuse it. Hello? I'm in Chicago. They treat it with chlorine and other things, and then they send it down the river, which eventually gets to the Mississippi, which, by the way, Mississippi River is the source water for St. Louis. Hello? Hello? Another good story. Here's manufacturers in Illinois manufacturing these products, DuPont and 3M. To me, these companies are toxic. They're horrendous. Why? Because in the movie Dark Waters, Mark Ruffalo, who's the Incredible Hulk, right? I know he does a lot of other movies, so he's much more, he just happens to be most known for that. But Mark Ruffalo, incredible actor, he did an amazing job on that movie. And what he uncovered, or his character uncovered in this, is a cover-up by 3M and DuPont for years, that they knew it was toxic, and they hid it. And they paid lobbyists to lobby the government to keep it quiet. Hello? These government officials were elected by you. Their duty is to you. See, the thing is that us as Americans, we're not standing up and screaming right now. We're not yelling. We're not demanding from them. We're a little like sheep. We just sit there and eat our grass, keep our head down. And in the meantime, we have these major manufacturers who come in with boatloads of cash to fund these people's re-election campaign, and to probably line their pockets, right? Line their pockets, we know that. I mean, come on, just let's take a look at, almost all the politicians in government. How all of them, I mean, there must be, I think 36, there's an article I saw, 36 of these politicians who literally are making millions of dollars sitting in office. Let's look at our vice president right now. Yeah, Mrs. Harris. I mean, she walked into office and she's now worth 4 times or 3 times what she was when she walked into office. She's making over like $1 million a year, and her salary as vice president is $200,000. How does she do that? Stocks and bonds. Stocks, I guess it is. It's really stocks. Really? So she's outperforming every other market, mastermind people who are masterminds behind watching the market, stockbrokers that watch it closely. They're outperforming those people. How are they able to do that? Are they brilliant business people that should be stockbrokers? No, she has no background in stock. She's an attorney. Yet she's making so much more money. Bill Clinton, look at how much money he made coming out of office. Look at George Bush. It doesn't matter which side of the aisle they are, because both of these, to me, these politicians are the opposite side of the same coin. They're all criminal. And the reality is, I call them criminal because the reality is that they're taking this lobby money, whether it comes after Congress, whether it's or as speaking engagement, or whether it's because they're given tips and they can go and buy the stocks. And you and I do nothing about it. I sort of think it's time that we speak up, because here we take a look at these 2 companies, and what they've done is atrocious to you and me. They sewer, which means with their waste, they put it down the drain, which ends up in our water supply. Up in Lake County, Illinois, the state's attorney sued 3M because what did they do? They drilled a hole in the ground and they dumped the chemical down in the ground. Some people might say, well, what's wrong with that? Well, the surrounding communities drilled holes in the same ground and hit the aquifer that those chemicals hit, and they draw that water up and send it to people's homes. Need you say any more? How could corporation of that size, that wealth, not know that? They had I think the lawsuit, which I think has ended, is $3 million to do the cleanup. By the way, what would happen if the government didn't find out about it? How many times have they done this kind of stuff and nobody found out about it? I mean, these products that you and I buy too, by the way, let's look at flooring, right? We have it on carpet. When you're done with the carpet, lasts, 5, 10 years, whatever it is, and you throw it away, where does it go? Garbage dump. What happens to it? Well, it eventually, the rain hits it and erodes it and brings that forever chemical into the water supply, because it dribbles down, gets into a river, gets into a lake, and then it's in your water supply. Let's look at Chicago. If they say they sewer it and we're sending it down the river, well, you have to remember one key facet, that the sewage system in Chicago is unique. The sewage and the rainfall, and it's, they call it gray water, coming down from the roofs of everybody's homes, they all tie into one sewage pipe and they leave Chicago. So 1/4 inch of rainfall produces 5 billion gallons of raw sewage that backs up into Lake Michigan. 5 billion gallons. So we know for sure that waste, if it got sewered from 3M or DuPont, got right back into our water supply. That's why Chicago does have elevated levels of forever chemicals. I mean, it's an unbelievable situation that's going on right now. And the only thing that I can say is the rise of this awareness of forever chemicals because of Prime sports drink is to me, it's in one regard, it's good. It makes you aware. A, don't buy their stuff. I mean, vote with your pocketbook. 2, raise your arms and get mad about your water supply because you do drink water, right? By the way, in Chicagoland, where does the bottled water companies get their water? Lake Michigan. Oh, yeah. And then what do? Well, they've got to do something to make sure they get those toxins out, right? Because you're paying them money? No. They run it through a carbon filter. And that can only reduce it. It doesn't eliminate it. And do they test it? No, they're not required to test it. By the way, the FDA, who governs bottled water, actually just says if you're buying it from a city, we don't even have to check your water supply. They don't even do any testing. Their hands are in the air because they bought it from a city. So it's literally just raw city water that they're bottling and selling to you at a premium. So you're hoping that the water's safe. You're hoping the water coming out of your tap is safe. So to me, I look at this and I look at this whole event here, and it's like it's an opportunity for you as a consumer to get well educated. In fact, if you find that this is helpful to you, and please share it, because I mean this affects everyone. My passion is one thing: is to impact other people's well-being. It's what my goal is. I feel like what motivates me in my life is I believe in one simple phrase. The secret to living is giving. So if I can give the knowledge I've obtained for the past 25 years of studying water, and I can help you understand how that impacts your health, then you'll be able to make choices with your own dollars and cents and in order to provide your family the best chance of having the healthiest water you can get your hands on. And so that's what my goal is to positively impact you. And if you feel that from me, if you feel that from this video, if you want to share that, we'd be most grateful. Just press share and share that with a friend or a family member or more. And also, by the way, press like if you don't mind. Because what we'd like to do is we'd like to get to 5,000 new members or total people watching or subscribe to our channel. So if you can help us on that, we'd be greatly appreciated. Moving on, PFAS and PFOAs being in the water supply is what we want to be concerned about. Now, how do you get it out? Now, I want to talk about there's a lot of different things that are on the market, and you have to be buyer beware. I mean, I see products, they're lobbied to me as a retailer from almost everyone. I get emails from China all the time. Oh, this takes that out, this takes that out. And over the years, I have to be honest, I bought a lot of those products. Why? Because consumers like you came to me and said, I don't want to spend a lot of money. I don't want to, blah, blah, blah. And so it's like, oh, well, I got to buy inexpensive products and sell it to my consumer. And so what happened about 10 years ago is the water industry, which was mainly products made in America, moved their product manufacturing to China. Literally almost all of them get their products from China. Now what does China do? China manufactures products to hit a low price point. And what did I find out? Well, in water filtration, what I found out is we were selling those products and we go and service them. And so I'm getting phone calls from customers saying, I'm not happy, Drew, I'm not happy. What the F did you do? What the F? And I'm like, oh my God, I don't want bad reviews. I don't want people upset with me. What is going on? I mean, there was no way for me to really test the integrity of the product, or was there? See, when customers started complaining to me, I started researching and spent more time researching. And what I realized is that there are a couple manufacturers on the market that actually prove that their products are better. They take their products and they submit them to an organization called nsf.org. You can find it yourself. Go to nsf.org. Top right-hand side, you can say check products of manufacturers. You click on that button and enter the name of the product that you're looking at. So if you're online today, if you're going to go online later today, or you start doing research, you can literally go to that website and put in the name and see, is the product certified? It's an important thing to do. Why? Because NSF is a nonprofit that takes manufacturers' products and then they throw water with toxins at the product and then test it afterwards. So the manufacturer literally has to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to prove that their product is worthy. By the way, if they put it up there, it better damn well do it, because NSF, if it doesn't work, they put a no. And then you got to send it back. Now, I don't think it costs another $100,000, but they have to resubmit it so that until they can get it so that it can pass. And then that's the product that they commit to selling you on a regular basis. Ask me how many are made in China. I haven't found one yet that's got NSF certification. Not one. Not one. Now, there are a couple of companies in America that have it. I think that, with my research I've seen, I think there's Connecticut and Eco Water. Now, we've chose Eco Water as a manufacturer. It's owned by Warren Buffett, and they certify almost every single product that they have. So that's a certified product. It's called NSF 58 certification. That's what you want to look for. You want to see on their spec sheet that it says it. And by the way, you want to check it. Because literally I've coached customers who call me or wrote me. I mean, I'm honored, I'm blessed, I'm knock on wood. I'm blessed that so many people write to me on YouTube. I can't even respond to them all. So I want to say thank you in advance for comments. But with the ones I try to respond to, that a lot of people will say, well, this guy said this was certified. And we have a stock response that we copy and paste. It says, the only way you know for sure is to go to the NSF, and we post that in there in the website. If you can find their name in there, and it has NSF 58 listing. NSF have several listings, right? In my industry, it's sort of like the used car industry of the 1970s, where there was no lemon law, and literally used car dealerships were like literally taping with duct tape bumpers on cars. People would drive off, the bumper would fall off, and they were like, too bad you own it. And so the federal government had to create a lemon law policy. So we don't have a lemon law policies, but we do have dealers and manufacturers who say, this product's the best. It's certified, it's the best. And see, they will say it's NSF certified. But so there is an NSF 61 certification, which means that if the water touches it, it doesn't leach what the component is made of out into the water. It's not that big of a certification. By the way, basically every pipe in your home and your faucet in your home has to have NSF 61 certification, must by law, so that we know that if lead, for instance, was used in a faucet, it doesn't leach into it. By the way, so you know, when the big episode came out with Flint, Michigan, what happened there is all schools started testing their water. And they went out and bought systems. In a school system out in Oregon, I think it was Oregon or Washington, they bought a system and it said it's certified. So they bought it. And guess what? When they had to go back through regular testing, it didn't pass. And the person who bought it's like, well, it says it's certified. No, it wasn't. Didn't say that it's NSF 58 certified. So that certification is pretty important, because 58 hits a family of contaminants or toxins that it's taken out. And that's the thing that you want to look for. So again, nsf.org is a group of people that is an organization that is nonprofit, and all they do is they take products and they throw toxins at it and test the water to make sure that it's been taken out. So that's what you want to look for when you go out looking for a water filter system. Now, what they found is in testing for forever chemicals, because by the way, this has been going on for years. It's been years that this chemical compound has been out there, and for years we've been, not we, but people have been testing fish, soil, test things all around the globe, and forever chemicals are being found everywhere. And you can't hide from it. You can't say, well, whatever, I guess something's going to kill me. I've had clients tell that to me. If it's not that, something's going to kill me. Well, my argument is pretty simple. Water, you're made of water. Your body's like 65, 70% water. Your brain's 90, 95% water. To me, I understand maybe, drinking alcohol or something else, or, food. Some people argue, should I have organic foods or non-organic foods? I'm obviously into organic foods because I don't want anything bad going in my body. But I can understand food. But water, it seems to me that water is very important because you're made of water. And by the way, water is the tool for you to use to clean your body, to help rinse the toxins out of the body. So if you're trying to rinse toxins out of the body, let's say that we both have forever chemicals in our body, but you want it out, right? Well, how are you going to get it out? Well, you rinse it out with water. That's a whole process of the kidney and the liver to process toxins out of the body. So to me, it seems very logical for you and I to consider purified water that has been purified from a system that's NSF 58 certified. It's designed to take out these toxins, especially this PFOAs and PFASs. So I hope that what this video did for you is make you aware. If you look, we really want to get to 3,000 viewers again. So if you don't mind, click like if you haven't, click subscribe if you don't mind. Help me get to 3,000. I'd really appreciate it. Share this with your friends and family. I'd be most grateful for that. And as you know, my whole goal, my mission in life is to be able to serve you. So I'm Drew, here to serve you. And I want you to go out and drink more clean water. If you have difficulties finding a product, reach out to us because hopefully maybe we can start shipping products to you and help you out. But have that as your guideline as far as being made in America, NSF 58 certified. That will help you pick out the right product for your family. If you can't find one, reach out to us. We're reachable at angelwater.com and we can help you from there. Thank you again and have a great day.